Welcome to Northwynd 2, episode 23. In this episode, I'm going to be doing Trial by Fury in the Demonweb, and I am level 23. We're going to start with taking a look at the quests that I did since the last episode. It hasn't been many new quests. I've been farming for some gear, but the only new quests I've done would be Reclaiming the Rift and Deal in the Demon out in the Demonweb. And Deal in the Demon, I had a champion Hezru as I got close to the end, and he ended up killing me, and so I ended up restarting that and then finished it on R2 with no problem the second try. Some of these champions hit really hard. And then Reclaiming the Rift I just did on R1 because that has a really drawn out end fight, and I was really worried about resources. On R1 it went, no problem. The boss was getting some pretty tough hits on me, but even when he landed all three of his swings on me, he does the triple hit, like I was able to survive that. But doing it, on R1 solo, I went through all of my mana, and so I was being pretty disciplined about mana usage there because I knew that end fight is really long. But I was really happy to be able to solo that at level 23 on R1. And then I've also been farming out Into the Mists and Madness of Crowds on Legendary Hard because I'm trying to get some level 29 gear, the Legendary Silver Thread Cloak from Into the Mists, and then the Legendary Shield Giant's Platter, Legendary Scales of Exile, and the Legendary Wild Frost from Madness of Crowds. So I want to get those, try to get those on my way to 29 instead of waiting to 29 and then having some, repeat of when I was in Heroics and it taken me 3 weeks to farm those out. So hopefully I'll have those ready to go at the time. And let's see, I did a little bit of relic farming in Epic Giant Hold in the Slayer Zone rare chests. And I did that to get an augment, and I'll mention that in a minute. So Shard of Power is the same. And like I said last time, I realized that the maximize efficient meta magic was redundant with the gloves, so that was an oversight. I checked to see if I could recraft this, and I could, and I still might, but I might be making a change to my gear set here in another level or two that might not include the gloves. So if that's the case, then I might stick with this. But then again, if I recraft it, I can get better heal amp and evocation focus 5, so I might just go ahead and recraft it anyways. We'll see. Epic Torque, still slotted with the Diamond of Festive Wisdom. That will stay exactly the same through endgame. Pansophic Circlet, so here I got the Sapphire of False Life 30 now. I had 25 in their last episode, so that was the augment that I was farming the restored or epic relics out of Giant Hold for. And this is a new item that I crafted, so I'm pretty excited about this one. This has Wisdom 11, Insightful Evocation Focus 3, and in the green slot I put a Sapphire of Crushing Waveguard. So I was able to pick that up for, I think I got that for about 20 shards last week on the shard exchange, and that's a neat little guard that can knock mobs down and do a little bit of damage to them. So hey, why not? That's a nice guard for a tanky kind of a tune. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my hands on any more Arcaneth Essences since last episode. I did put a pretty good sized bid on a 10,000 stack, but I was outbid and I just didn't have enough shards to keep bidding it up. So I'm going to keep trying. I am going to try to push my crafting levels before the end of the series to try to be able to get them a little bit closer to 275 so I can craft that highest tier stuff for self. We'll see what happens. The Scales of the Exile hasn't changed. And Braces of Wind hasn't changed since the last episode. And this is the same ring that I crafted, the level 18 with Sheltering Constitution on there. Topaz of Evocation. Treads of Falling Shadow is the same. Actually, I have a level 23 Epic Normal version that I could have worn for one more dexterity, but it didn't have the Mythic boost on there, so I just decided to keep these. Blurfinger Gloves is the same as last episode, as is Band of Insightful Commands. as is the Thrumming Spark Cord and the Cloak of Flames. No change on the Giant's Platter or the Wild Frost. I had thought about, I set aside a one of it's the Cold Sickle that it's one of the Evening Star items. I can't remember the name of it, but I thought I might want to make that sentient. It's a level 21 and it has a little bit higher glaciation, a little bit higher ice lore, but after you factor in the artifact bonus to cold spell power here, it wasn't really that much of a difference. And I actually did make it sentient, but I don't have any means to level that up. So right now I could just put one filigree in there, and I probably before too long could get 2 filigrees in there, but I'm not sure that it's even worth my time to try to run with that and give up the set bonus in the meantime. So just gonna stick with the Wild Frost for now. But if I had a sentient weapon that was fully maxed out with, or at least several filigree slots, I might want to go with that at this point, because you probably could make something better. Reaper points, still got 8. Hopefully I'll get the 9th point next level. I'm going to take level 24 right after this. You can see I'm already banking 24. So I'm not going to be talking about the wolf. Don't have anything to talk about on the spell side. Nothing to talk about for feats at level 23. And nothing new to talk about enhancements. So let's get to the quest. Okay, we're going to give it a try on R2. I think this could go either way. If I get a tough champ, or what I'm really worried about, my biggest concern is the fight before the end fight with the Yugoloth casters and all those spiders. That can get pretty rowdy, so we'll see. We'll give it a try. Let's go ahead and do the Yugo pot, and let's do the spell power pot. I picked up some more drafts of Sparkling Apple Cider. I had a few more villager commendations, and just in case you didn't know, the other commendations that you have, if you can actually trade them at a rate of 3 to 1 at the corresponding traders to get whichever other one you want. So I took my, what I had more than 3 of, I traded for villager combinations to get even more of these drafts of Sparkling Apple Cider, which is regenerates some spell points. So I forget, it's maybe about 150 spell points or so that regenerates over about a minute. So that'll be nice to have just in case I need. Candies are off timer, so let's go ahead and do that. A lot of optional chests in here. This is a very confusing map. And I actually have a video that shows how to get to all the optional chests, but I did that years ago. At this point, these chests aren't even worth bothering, but if you're interested, that video is there on my YouTube channel. But I'm just going to be taking my preferred route. This is basically just like a 3x3 shroud puzzle, but instead of walking on them, you're just hitting the buttons, and I messed that up. That's okay, let's do it again. If you don't know how these puzzles work, there are great tutorials. You can always just use a solver, and I think I'll put a link in this video description to the Shroud puzzle solver, because like I said, it's the same as the Shroud 3x3. And I'll see if I can find that nice tutorial that shows how to do it without a solver. It's a simple algorithm, and once you learn it, you'll never have to use a solver again. I don't think I'm going to mess with Shoefrix. He didn't have anything I want or need, so lots of different paths you can take in this quest. The way through it is not intuitive, very easy to get lost, and like I said, lots of little optional chests that some, you know, are hidden away really well. We'll go ahead and fight Choaz. Since we're here. Hit him with Cold Spray, Creeping Cold, Greater Creeping Cold, the SLAs, Energy Burst. Ooh, getting some hits. These spiders can be pretty painful. And since we killed Choaz, we can get his chest up here. There's another commendation. Just getting those out of the way. They will follow. You know, actually I used to do this one here just because you can, it's on the way in the path that I like, and you can actually fight Choaz again, the guy we just beat, and then get another chest out of that. But I don't want to have to fight the waves of spiders, so I'm just going to keep moving. I could have done another Trial of Wits to get another gem to open up that barrier. But I already did one Trial of Wits, that's just the puzzle. Then the only value of doing all of the trials is just, it's optional XP, but it's a lot of extra time to do all those fights and resources, so I don't even want to bother. Another little puzzle I could do to get another gem if I want, but the way that I like to go, this path that I'm showing you, I'll only need one gem. In fact, even the barrier that I'm going to use it on, which is this one, you can, there's a way you can climb up there and actually go around it, but whatever, it's easy enough to do those puzzles. Going to be patient and use the SLAs. He got stunned from the Salt Ray SLA. That takes care of them. I'm going to save that shrine and clear to the end fight first. Oh, Plague Reaper, hello. Energy Burst took him right out. Gotta take out this Arborean Spider. We'll use a Greater Keeping Hold for that, that's fine. You know, maybe I will just go ahead and use that shrine now, so I don't have to double back and aggro extra mobs. Hopefully I don't regret that decision. Maybe I'll be able to use a Leary before the end fight. These quests, you know, the Evening Star quests and the 3 different chains. A lot of sentimental value for me. You know, this being DDO's first expansion, and I remember when this stuff came out, and there wasn't a lot in epic levels back then, and so ran the hell out of these. Drink the Greater Efficacy Pot. Ooh, he's a Soul of Cruelty. That could get nasty if he stands up. And he white dotted right there. Oh, except that was the guy from the other side, I see. Yeah, so if we come over here, yeah, it looks like we got a Fear Reaper. Just burst him away since he came over to us. We just have to kill one of these guys to open the way. Yeah, I used up a lot of my mana here. Got a couple lost souls to show for it, though. So that's good. That Soul of Cruelty is going down slow. At least it gave us a chest. Okay. Now... Wait, what the hell? I thought I could advance if I just killed one of those guys. Did they change that? It's not right. I thought I only had to kill one of them. He hits ridiculous. He's blinded, so he doesn't know what's going on. Now I don't have any mana left. And that... Oh, I just needed to hit the thing! Stupid me. It's been so long since I've done this quest, I forgot. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drink one of those, since I wasted all kinds of mana. And we're gonna do Illyri. This guy hits pretty hard. It's gonna take a while for me to beat him down, so I may have shit the bed on this one. And she's not even in my party lineup, and so I can't dismiss her. Sometimes the hirelings bug like that, so I guess she's staying in the group. There she goes. Ridiculous. He hurts. Woo, it's pot time. It's double pot time. Yeah, he's very painful. And I'm gonna drink another lemonade. That's a lot more resources than I wanted to use for this, but here we are. And I really don't want to drink any more pots. So let's see if we can SLA him to death. An energy burst. You know, a totally different scenario than when you're working with a group. You know, I'd be able to hold them, keep myself healed, also supply some supportive DPS while everybody else beat on them. You know, I really want to emphasize that this build isn't isn't meant to solo. This is, you know, a group-focused build. That's the way I designed it. But it does have the ability to solo, although, you know, like I've always said, it does so at a modest pace. So if you want to solo with you can, and I'm pretty pleased that, you know, even the second lifer with very low Reaper points, that I'm able to solo, you know, R1s and 2s and 3s. Probably not any R3s and epics, as I said before. Reaper quests seem to be more difficult in epic by about a skull or so. So R2, you know, R1s and R2s in epics is where I'm at. Okay. Now we just got to go down and finish it off. And we're gonna, oh, Carnage Reaper. We're just gonna run by this mess. And finish the quest. And then just jump off and recall out. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. And if you have any questions about my build, you can respond to my build post in the Druid forum.